All right, we're going to give you a quick tour of the new app for Bebop by the Numbers. I am logged in already, and on my homepage, you'll see I've got the notification for the riff of the day. And here on my homepage, I do have the riff of the day, a link right to the current riff. I've got my courses that I am subscribed to and have access to, including Bebop by the Numbers, the method, and Jam Session by the Numbers. If I click on this, it's going to take me down just here, click on my riff of the day, and I get my riff. At the top, it gives me my numbers, my horn articulation, and the scat syllables and solfege. Down below, I've got a number of different practice videos. I can focus on practicing on my 1 chord, my 4 chord, my 5 chord, and then this one puts the blues together, and it tells me as I'm playing through what it looks like here. Let's play this real quick. Get a little 4-bar introduction. So you see the Roman numerals telling me to move with the chords, going to the 4 chord. So I can practice along with that. We've also added solfege introduction, where we teach the riff of the day in solfege.
Hello singers, welcome to Riff of the Day. Today we have a pretty easy one, I think. So let's get centered in our key first. And sing do to so. Do, re, mi, fa, so.
So Kelly Eisenhower walks through learning the riff of the day using solfege and then teaches you scat syllables. And then she sings along with the riff of the day as well. So you can sing along with her. So that's pretty cool. If you like the riff of the day, a couple things. You can just, click the heart and it'll show up on the list that you like it that way. I can mark that I've completed it, which is cool, but this plus sign allows me to add it to my riffs. So I can say, hey, this is a really cool riff. I like this one, like it a lot. If I think of a song I'm going to use it on, I can make notes of that, etc. I can add it to my riffs. And then that's going to show up here. On the bottom menu, we have our home page, we have courses, and then this is our riffs. And I've got the riffs of the day in the inventory here, the library of previous riffs. I can search them. I can look at them based on different skill levels or difficulty levels. And then my riffs show up right here. So this is the riff I just added. So I can access my riff. I can also go down and look at, hey, this came from the riff of the day on that date. If I go back, I can also duplicate this and change it. Let's say did D dot do de did and D dot D dot like that. I can add my own riffs, in other words. So I hit save. So now I've got my riff that I just added plus the riff of the day that I just did that. I can also add riffs from right here to my favorite riffs. So that's kind of cool. Simple things you expect. Here's a list of all my previous notifications. So I can go through and look at my history. Under courses, let's get into courses a little bit. Courses are organized based upon different modules. So I've got my introduction, lessons, exercises, and games. And one thing I wanted to make note of is as you complete them, it's just going to step you through to the next lesson all the way through. A bunch of them have videos to watch, make it a little easier for you to take in the concepts and show you how the concepts work. So you can watch those videos, mark your lessons as completed, do the favorites thing as well. I wanted to pay attention to where there are attachments. So let's go back down to games as an example. So I got the noodling game. On the top right, you'll see now I have an icon here. This is a PDF. So if I click on this, it'll show me the PDF and I can print it, download it, or whatever. Just like that. All right, so that's the coursework, and let's go back over to Jam Session by the Numbers. So Jam Session Numbers is a new cool thing that we're doing. We are teaching jazz standards and classics using numbers in both chords and the melodies and the notation. There's a PDF that we're updating regularly as we add new charts to it, and you can view it here. There's some basic tools in the blues section, and you'll see that it references levels like level 1, 2, 3, and 4. Level 1 is really a basic approach to every tune and simple ways to improvise over it and learn it. Level 2, we go a layer deeper, learning how to play changes and sound good playing different chord changes and different paths doing that. Level 3, we get into common, more advanced strategies for improvising over the tunes. Level 4, we get into a lot of chord substitutions, alternative arrangements, and more sophisticated ideas. So under the blues, we got a bunch of just basic tools. One of my favorite ones is like a blues line picker. This is a cool little tool. There's a PDF to download here, but also it'll just give you a real simple bass line and just, hit this button. It gives you a different path through basic chord progression. It tells you the changes right there that it's going through. And there's some tools for practicing your patterns, play along tracks. And one of my favorite ones is the drone. So it basically plays the chord change and I can pick my own riff, or I can use the random riff picker and I can play that, practice that, and go through and play the different chords and the changes. And then when I'm ready, I can come back and actually do the play along track where it's in time. So this is a really cool way to practice getting comfortable with that. So I look at it at the tunes. There's a bunch of different basic tunes. A lot of them have little preview tracks. So as you're learning these tunes, you might not remember the melody. So as an example, there's also links to like YouTube videos so you can see originals or different popular recordings of the tunes. So here's Sunny Moon for 2 as an example. So I can play that and go, oh yeah, I remember how that tune goes. I can also listen to Sonny Rollins, link to that YouTube of him playing it. And again, there's PDFs here that I can download as well for each tune. So there's a number of different blues tunes in here in the blues tunes section, but let's get into standards. So Autumn Leaves is the first standard we have loaded in here. It teaches a lot of fundamentals for playing 2-5-1s and different key centers, playing in majors and minors, etc. So level 1 focuses a lot about learning the tune, learning how to play the key center, sounding good with your solos doing that. Level 2 gets into playing the changes. And then you'll see in here that there's also different tips for, like, as a piano player, if you're a beginning piano player, how to play the tune, how to voice it. And there's videos for that. How to play the chord changes and different exercises for learning how to improvise. You'll see also the drone here on Autumn Leaves broken into this with our random riff picker, which is kind of cool as well. Following the progression, 2-5-1 in the major, 2-5-1 in the minor, and super excited about this as we add more content. Our goal is to analyze a standard every month, plus keep adding blues tunes and rhythm changes tunes as we go through that. So look for more content under Jam Session by the Numbers. That concludes our brief tour of the app. Hope you enjoy it. If you have any suggestions or questions, feel free to reach out to us via the website bebopbythenumbers.com.